Hello and welcome back to Dragon Quest World Tutorials. I am KoiTGZ, and in this video, I want to go over the new Hokora ruler that is going to be the Yatsuzaki Animal. So over here in our notices section, you're going to actually have some information about this particular Hokora ruler. So going to be right over here. So the Yatsuzaki Animal is going to be just one type of Hokora that's going to be recommended for level 90 advanced classes, level 45 special classes. Then in terms of the effective skills, pretty much all of them, so weapon, physical technique, spell, and also breath damage. In terms of the effective attributes, we're going to have Jibadia, Hyado, Bagi, and Zaba pretty much going to be in that order. And then in terms of ineffective attributes, going to be none. And then for status effects used is going to be fear. So yeah, so this is actually not going to be too tough of a battle, but still there's some things you actually need to know. So here I'm going to be using this team. So pretty much with the weaknesses being Jibari and Hado, I'm going to be using recent weapons for this particular battle, and then of course I want to use Lamia's whip to increase the damage that I do with those weapons. So pretty much first over here I'm going to actually have my High Priest equipped with the Angel Rod, so going to heal my characters, also buff them with Blade Dance, so that should actually work out well. Then over here, going to have my God Hand equipped with the Fallen Angel's Coffin. So this is actually going to be probably the biggest damage dealer in this particular battle. So I should be doing some pretty good damage, especially if I get buffed. Possibly could finish this battle in one turn, possibly 2 turns, but that's going to be that there. Then over here, this is going to be a ninja equipped with Lamia's whip. So with Lamia's whip, I'm actually going to be pretty much just using it to do force damage to the enemy. Not going to be major damage, but mostly to buff up the following character. But also with this particular weapon, I will have a chance to actually shadow weave the enemy. If that's the case, then pretty much the battle is over right then and there. Then over here, going to have Demon Swordsman equipped with the Metal King Greatsword. So this is actually going to be a very good weapon to use, especially with Black Hole. Again, with Black Hole, if I'm able to get the enemy below 15% of their max HP, they can get sucked into a black hole. So hopefully that could possibly happen with this particular battle. So yeah, so that's going to be that there, but mainly I will be using this for the ability called Dimension Slash. So with that said, if you want to know more about this team, you can look down in the video description down below. But now I actually want to go ahead into the abilities of this particular enemy. So going to be found right over here, the Yatsuzaki Animal. So again, Yatsuzaki Animal is going to be probably I didn't mention before, but obviously since it is an animal, this is actually going to be a beast type enemy. So pretty much I'm going to have around 138,000 HP, 2 to 3 actions per turn, weaknesses Jibaria, Hyado, Bagi, and Zaba. So its main ability, or one of its most powerful abilities, is going to be called Yatsuzaki Muso, which is Unparalleled Ferocity. So this does around 160 physical damage to random characters 8 times. So that's actually quite a bit. Then the next ability that it's going to have is going to be called Toso Hono, which is going to be Battle Instinct. So this is going to increase attack power and evasion rate by 1 rank of the Yatsuzaki Animal. After that, it's going to have an ability called Mino Kori Tsukuyona Ozamashi Otagebi, which is going to be chilling and horrifying roar. So this is going to do around 220 physical damage to all characters with a chance to inflict fear. After that, it's going to have a Sumende Hagishiku Kirisaku, which is going to be Intense Shredding Claws. This does around 200 damage to random characters 4 times. After that, it's going to have a Neppu no Iki, which is going to be a Heat Breath. This does around 180 Mera Breath damage to all characters. It's also going to have a Yaiba Kataki, which is a weapon break that does around 320 damage to one character with a chance of lowering their attack power. Then also going to have a regular attack as well. That's going to do around 210 physical damage to one character, but if they are able to get Battle Instinct off, this can actually go up to about 320. So my notes for this particular battle, pretty much, if you're going to be lower level, are to make sure that you actually do try to go first. Make sure to have your characters equipped with souls that give them high agility in order to take their actions before the Yatsuzaki animal. So definitely you want that for your ninja. Then also, if you want, use protective shield on all your characters to protect from being feared. Also, buff your characters in the first half of the battle to take the enemy down fast in the second half. So that's actually going to be quite important. Then equip gear, souls, and soul pearls that give extra damage or resistance to beast type enemies. Then, of course, you want to use debuffs such as illusion, knockdown, and lowered attack power if you are having trouble with the Yatsuzaki animal. So pretty much with the level of my characters and the weapons I have, this battle is not going to be tough. So pretty much before, when you looked at my characters, usually when I go up against a beast type enemy, I usually wear the wild gear and Gaika armor. But for this particular battle, I really don't need to do that. So it's going to be at least in this case, for me, simple, I believe. But again, if you're going to actually have a hard time, you want to probably use the Gaika armor and wild gear. So with that said, here we go. Okay, so here we go with this battle. So hopefully, definitely by the second round, I should be able to defeat the Yatsuzaki animal. So here, going to have my ninja going first. So got a crit. So the Yatsuzaki animal, attack there. There goes the roar, so no one was feared, so that's good. Here, I'm going to go ahead and use Battle Demon Release. So Eternal Salvation, so let's see how much damage here. So 43,000, that's actually pretty good. So here, going to go ahead and use Extreme Karma. So probably this is going to do, I'd say, around 20,000 damage or so. We'll see what happens here. Yep, 24,000. Then here, pretty much Yatsuzaki Animal is under 50% of his health. Again, going to go ahead, going to use Encore here. Let my go ahead and attack. Hopefully this might finish him off. And yeah. Okay. So the Yatsuzaki Animal Hokora is going to be worth 24,426 XP. And the Yatsuzaki Animal is a red soul, and here I got an A. Okay, so that was my battle against the Yatsuzaki animal. So, like I said, hopefully was able to get him down in the first or second round. Here, I was actually able to get him down in the first round. So, definitely with my God Hand equipped with the Fallen Angel's Coffin, you saw how much damage I was doing to the enemy. So definitely that is probably the weapon to use in this case. Probably another weapon that's going to be Jibaria based that you want to use here is probably also going to be the Principle of Destruction. That is going to be a staff that was featured this year that is going to have Jibaria based spell damage. But pretty much the Fallen Angel's Coffin works just as well. Then here pretty much getting buffed by my ninja with Lamia's Whip, and then also some okay damage with the Metal King Greatsword. That actually did work out there, and of course, encoring my god with my High Priest with my god on my god hand. So that actually was one of the reasons why I was actually able to take him down in the first round. So pretty much that's going to be the Yatsuzaki Animal. Like I said, at least for the equipment I have and the level of my characters, it's not very hard. But yeah, if you are having trouble with that particular enemy, definitely you can try debuffing it by knocking it down. You can cast illusion on it so it can miss its attacks, and then also you can lower its attack power, so that's probably going to be a very big one to use. So now what I want to do is actually take a look at the S grade soul of the Yatsuzaki Animal. So pretty much going to be over here, Red Soul. And this is actually going to be a lower grade soul, so going to be found over right over here. So the Zaki Animal, like I said, is a red soul. Here, soul cost is only going to be 95, so going to be for a lower level soul. But that's actually pretty good, considering after you look at the abilities for this particular soul. But first, with red souls, usually the basic stats are going to be, the most important ones are going to be your strength, agility, and dexterity. So here, 117 for strength, plus 88 for your agility, plus 85 for your dexterity. So those are actually going to be pretty good for this particular soul. Then now taking a look at the actual abilities, here you're going to get plus 3% to weapon skill damage, plus 5% to physical technique skill damage, plus 7% to Mera weapon and physical technique damage, plus 7% to Boggy weapon and physical technique damage, and then plus 3% damage to dragons. So pretty much I said this is actually a good soul, mainly because this soul is specifically going to be for the Journey of Awakening for the Hellcaster. So if you remember from a previous video that I actually did, one of the things that you need to do in order to encounter the rare enemy, the Salamander, more often, your characters need to have their soul cost level at 500 or below. So pretty much this soul actually helps satisfy some of the requirements for that, as the big two attributes you want to use for that particular Journey of Awakening are going to be Mera and Boggy. And then here, this is going to be, again, a 95 cost soul. So this actually does work, is going to be pretty much for that particular quest. But yeah, in this case, I probably could use it on a character that is going to be using Mera, but I still do not have the whip, so that is going to be the 3 dragon Gringham whip. But with that said, I'm going to go ahead and close out of this here. And that's going to be it for this particular video. So in terms of things coming ahead, I still have not gone over the 3rd new feature from the 5th anniversary event, so I would like to actually cover that in an upcoming video. But later down the line, since it is coming to the end of the year, I actually have to make my list for top 10 weapons that I have and top 10 weapons that I don't have. I think I have already chosen what my #1 weapon is for this particular year. So yeah, so definitely everyone think about what weapons you have or don't have, and make a top 10 list about them as well. But with that said, I'm going to go ahead and end this video here, so thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like. If you'd like to see more, please subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.